The Voices of Kentuckiana, hosted by Debbie Crawford. Music by Clay Beverly. Produced by Lynn King.
What does it take? You got a great plan, you got a great construction, you got a great opportunity. Money. Takes money. And we are extremely blessed. I haven't seen him, but I know he must be here to have a representative from Capital Source, Pacific West Bank. And he came all the way from California. Jung Park. Jung, are you here? Where are you at? Well, might have got lost in California. Anyway, so if you see him around, give them a round of applause for providing the capital and the financial. So two more very special groups, neither of which we'll recognize by name, but first of all, if you were a part of the development and getting this going and are going to be involved in the operations, which is going to be a big group from Trilogy, can all the Trilogy people stick their hands up? We'd like to give you a round of applause. The development team, the marketing team, everybody. That's designing services. And then we have some really the VIPs. The VIPs. We have some representatives of our Founders Club, which is our nice way of saying the first people that are going to move in. I know I met one young lady right down here. If you're in our Founders Club, can you raise your hand? You're going to be moving in. This young lady here. Here we got some other ones over here. And along with them, we also have an advisory board, which is comprised of local folks who are here to support our mission, not just for opening, but they'll be meeting throughout the year and be an outreach into the community. So our advisory board members, if you'd raise your hands. There they are. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Well, thank you for bearing with me. I normally don't have that many recognitions, but on a project of this caliber and with this type of community impact, it didn't happen by one or two people or one or two organizations. It truly was a team approach works best. So next, it's my real pleasure to introduce a gentleman that was always there to serve us and the people that work in his groups, departments, and he works with on his council representing the city of Madison, Mayor Damon Welch. Come on up, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Madison Hilton Hotel. I'll tell you why I say that in just a minute, but this is kind of personal to me. I don't know, and maybe to some of you. Somewhere in this footprint, I was born. Anybody else here?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's fabulous.
39 years ago.
Yes.
Preach it, brother, right? Actually, this was what it looked like then. It's on the front of your brochure. Over the past 2 years or so, a lot of people didn't realize what was going on here because it started out, all the work was inside. Nothing was going on much on the outside at that time. I kind of knew what was going on because Jenny and I live right around the corner, plus I had a little insight on what was going on over here. So I think over the past 2 years, I've come through about 3 or 4 times at different parts of the project. From when it first got completely gutted, boy, anybody come in and see that? That was an amazing sight. I came in Tuesday night and came through the old emergency door and I said, last time I was in here I had a kidney stone. So that's no lie. But anyway, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago when last time I had come through, and they were getting pretty close on the 4th and coming down. But when I came in, some of us had an opportunity to come in Tuesday evening and go through it. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear more about it and you're going to see more about it. But my first reaction, Andrew was in here, he'll tell you, and I told Jenny she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't come. I'm serious, I thought I was in a fancy hotel. But don't our seniors deserve that?
Absolutely.
So, we were also, those of you who were here Tuesday, were treated to a chef-prepared meal, right? I see them all shaking their heads. So we're going to finish now and going up on the 2nd floor and start eating because I think they've already got the food up there for us. Real quickly, I want to take you back a little over 4 years ago. in the fall. Well, it was December of 2011. And I had just been elected mayor. And I got to thinking, I better try to figure out what this is all about. So I started contacting some people, department heads and things, about what was going on with certain things, so that when I got into office, I'd at least be able to kind of say, hey, here's where we are, here's where we need to go. Of course, one of those things, as you know, oh my, the hospital's moved on the hilltop. We're going to have an old empty building downtown, and we're going to lose all these jobs at the hilltop. And I'm not saying that wasn't a concern, I understand that. So one of the first calls I made was to Roger Allman, and he and a few of his staff met with us, a few of us, and for the purpose, I just, Roger, where are you with the building downtown? I said, I'm excited about the hospital on the hilltop, but where are we, how can we help going forward? And I tell you, I came out of that meeting blown away because of the commitment that King's Daughters had to doing something with this facility here. They were already actively, if I remember right, in talks with a couple of different companies, and later I found out one of those was Trilogy. He didn't give me a whole lot of information other than they were working on it, and they had a commitment. They didn't want to leave this building empty. And I want everybody to know that I appreciate that about King's Daughters Hospital. So they need to be given up. Two or 3 months later, when Roger called me and said, I think we've got a deal with a company, at least a verbal deal, and we think it's going to work, but when attorneys get together, it takes a while to get those things done. But I remember the first meeting I had with some of the staff of Trilogy. Todd, where are you? Todd Schmiedler? There he is. Right there. Hey, Todd. I remember sitting in one of our rooms there in City Hall and listening to Trilogy's story, because I really wasn't familiar with your company at that time. And I think all of us there were blown away about your philosophy on senior care. Matter of fact, when Todd, and he'll do this to the day, because we've met with him many times over the past few years, when he starts talking about Trilogy, his eyes start watering. I'm serious. He's a passionate guy. If you've met with him, you know that. And then I had to get up and leave the room because I was crying. Not really, I'm just kidding. But seriously, the first thing out of their mouth was, we want to be a good partner to Madison, Indiana. And they have done that all the way. And let me tell you, there have been a few, Randy will tell you, there have been a few hiccups that we've had to work through. And hats off to a lot of our staff, because they made it happen. We had to jump through some hoops, but we made it. But the one thing Todd always told me, we're going to do this. It's going to happen. Don't worry, we're committed to it. So I'll let some of the others tell you about the story, maybe some of the financial situations. But this opportunity just blows me away. We have a lot of great facilities in our community, by the way, but we want to make sure we are meeting the needs of our seniors. And by the way, I'm included in that. Okay. So I know we're joking about, you can start out on the 4th floor and just move down, and that's the way it's working. Some of you may want to move in after you see what it is tonight. So we're excited. Let me tell you a couple other things. This building could be sitting here empty. They took a big risk in investing what they have invested here on this campus. This could be sitting here empty, like we have some others. We're working on that. It's a problem with all cities. But I think we're on the move. We're moving forward to try to make some of this happen, and we're glad that Trilogy partnered with us to make this happen. Not only did it rehab a building, it's going to provide 100+ new jobs. Some of them are already working. What do you think about that? Huh? And they're good jobs. Very good jobs. So we are excited about that. Some of you have heard us talk about it. We're still working on this, but I think we're going to get this nailed down over the next year. We're partnering with Trilogy for a senior center in the old emergency area. and we're still working on it, but I think it's going to happen.
We're good.
And we're going to make it happen. So we're excited about that too. So without further ado, we want to welcome all of the Trilogy and River Terrace employees here tonight. We're going to be seeing you. Jenny and I were going to blend in over here once in a while and eat with you guys. Some of you are going to be living here. So we thank you. Randy, thanks so much.
And that's when the really important stuff happens. And as I told the team when I had a chance, I always get a chance, we take a team photo, but it gives me also to get them all in one place and talk to them and give them the good fatherly advice. The people are what is going to make this a great place. And we're already off to a great start because we're able to not only hire some great people, but also transfer some existing Trilogy employees who have that servant culture, those values that the mayor referenced already. And we're going to be very well led. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to our campus leader, Britton Medford. If you'd come on up and say a few words, Britton. Okay. Have to get closer.
Can you guys hear me okay? All right, maybe I will have to hold it. All right, welcome to River Terrace, and thank you guys for being here to help celebrate our 100th campus opening. What is not only an exciting time for Trilogy, but also the community of Madison and Jefferson County. I know this building has a lot of memories for a lot of people, and I'm so thankful to be a part of this. Myself, like so many others, were either born here or had children here, or also started our professional career here. I think I can speak for most and say that there is so much sentimental value that this building holds. I'm thankful for this opportunity, and I'm most thankful for the team that I get to work with every day. So if my team can raise their hand so everybody can see who they are.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
I look forward to serving the Madison Jefferson County community for the years to come, and thank you again for being with us on this memorable day. I want to point out a few people. Robin Spradlin, who is our Director of Health Services.
Robin, welcome.
Kristen Munt, who is our Assistant Director of Health Services. Shelly Dews back here, who is our Customer Service Representative. And last but not least, Dr. Totten, who's going to be our Medical Director.
For the past, I think about 6 years, I've been the Chief of Medicine at KDH, and one thing I've done at all the meetings, and I want to do now, is say a prayer as I start. Let's close our eyes in prayer. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for what you've done here, for the blessing that the people who will be here as residents, as patients, will have from the care they receive here. I thank you, Lord, for the vision of the architects, of the business leaders who have seen this and made this happen. Lord, I pray for all the staff that will work here and the nurses and all the providers providing medical care, that you'll give us a heart to serve and wisdom and guidance. Lord, I pray for safety for the residents that will be here, that you'll watch over them. I pray for their families, that you will give them encouragement and guidance. Lord, this is just a special place. It has a special history and it has a special future. And I pray that you will bless it, that you will be watching over it every day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Well, the first thing I need to say on behalf of not just myself, but the entire medical community and staff in Madison is thank you. And it's really hard when you see something like this, and like many others, when KDH moved up to the hilltop, I'm not involved in any of these talks that are happening, so I just saw a building that I knew was going to be empty, and I was very sad. I think a lot of people were. I had no idea that this was what was in store. And so it's gone from that sadness to speechlessness. I don't have words to say how thankful I am for what this building has become and what it will be for our community. one of the interesting challenges that physicians and hospitals are going to have over the next forever, really, is that the government wants to spend less and less money on healthcare, and yet we're getting older as a population, we're having more needs, and you would project it will cost more money to take care of folks at the same time. And so there's a huge challenge in medicine for the companies like Trilogy and the doctors and the hospitals to work this out and work together. And it's going to take a team effort. But what I want to leave is that in many ways the success of our hospital depends on the success of our nursing homes and rehabilitation units. We're all part in this new world. We're working together. We're on the same team. And to have a facility like this that is opening and that has, as you go through the building and see what is here for the opportunity for rehabilitation, the opportunity for nursing care, for skilled services, it is exactly what every community needs, and I'm very glad we have that here. Like Mayor Welch, you know, my family, my daughter was born here. When I came as a physician, I remember getting, and I hate to admit this, but this is kind of a big building, and for those who have been here, maybe I'm the only one, but I will be honest that I've gotten lost in this building before. And it is embarrassing, but yet it is true that this building has many ways in and out, and I'm sure that as the architects have looked at this, this has been a unique challenge. And but the history here, I think of the physicians and nurses that when I came in 1995 who were here, my mentors and the years that they spent, and I think of, as they described, the mentors before them. There has been so much medical history in this building, and for it to again have a future and have medical care is just, to me, overwhelming. The Bible talks in Revelations about the tree of life, and the leaves from that tree bring healing to the nations. And I see healing in our community, in our country, in our world, it's more than just a job. It is a mission. It is something that you can do with joy and with meaning and with purpose. And so when I hear what happens with Trilogy and how passionate they are for seniors, it's not about the bottom line of making money for them, I can tell. It's about the bottom line of serving a greater force of God and that healing that happens. And it's just a special thing to see that and to be part of that as a physician. Many times I'm like, Lord, thank you for giving me this job to be able to be a part of a healing community. I wanted to leave a couple of quotes that I saw as I was trying to figure out how to end. And one comes from a poet years ago who said, "Be a lamp, a lifeboat, or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal." And I see that here, that we can be a lamp, a lifeboat, a ladder to help people get back up, get back to where they want to be. We can be a lifeboat, we can be a lamp, we can be helping. And Mother Teresa, one of the quotes that she said, she wanted two things from the people who work for her. She wanted them to be committed, and she wanted them to be joyful. And I pray that this will be a joyful place for those who are here and those who are working. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor, very, very much. Absolutely fabulous. And again, the alignment I mentioned in values and purpose to this community, I think we're seeing them in action, but we've also heard who drove this and who made it their mission to happen, and that is King's Daughters. And we're very blessed to have not only Carol Dozier, our CEO, but Paula Heiderman representing their board are both going to come up and say a few words. So ladies, why don't you come up? Thank you. Carol.
Good afternoon. On behalf of King's Daughters Health, we're honored to be part of this special event for Trilogy, and especially for our community. The uniqueness of this project demonstrates what Madison can accomplish when organizations work together. While our patients have benefited from our replacement hospital, we were also able to see the preservation of history in our downtown, new jobs, the wonderful benefits to the elderly, and another quality healthcare organization in our community. So, King's Daughters would like to thank today Trilogy for the many relationships we've already established with them, and the many more we will establish in the future as we work together to advance wellness and health care for the people that we have the opportunity to serve and care for. Thank you.
Thank you.
If ye have faith as small as a mustard seed, then nothing shall be impossible to you. Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. This has been the motto of Bethany Circle since 1896, to a group of 12 young women in the Presbyterian Church. Their aim and desire was to do charity work in the community. It was the women of Bethany Circle who vowed to open the first hospital, King's Daughters Hospital, in a 15-room, 2-story brick building on Presbyterian Avenue, donated by Drusilla Cravens. Next, responding to the growing need for health care, Bethany Circle constructed the new King's Daughters Hospital in 1915 right here on this site. Then, in response to the demands for advanced technology and efficiency in an acute care hospital setting, with expansive research and months of deliberations, in 2008, the Board of Managers voted to construct the new hospital on the hilltop, opening the door for new opportunities. Mike Stigler with Blue & Company, a longtime CPA firm serving the hospital, immediately commenced to seek out an opportunity to preserve the rich history of this historical site. And here we are. River Terrace Health Campus, their staff, and their creative ingenuity have exceeded all expectations. It's a perfect partnership, giving their residents easy access to KDH physicians in the adjacent medical office building. And it is heartwarming at best to stand here today and realize the impact that River Terrace Health Campus will have on the aging population in this community, downtown Madison, the community as a whole. The need is great and the timing is impeccable. Thank you, Randy, River Terrace Health Campus, for choosing Madison.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, every community is led, especially one as vibrant as this business community here in Madison. They have to have a very active Chamber of Commerce. So it gives me great pleasure to have Lindy Blues come up. Lindy, there you go. Okay.
I'll say that when I first heard that Trilogy was going to buy this building, my heart leapt for joy, and I'll tell you why. I have two grandmothers that spent time in Trilogy facilities, one of which we moved around to a couple of different facilities beforehand. And I'll tell you that Trilogy's care, you know, they talk about being committed and having excellent care. Well, I can tell you firsthand, they do. They have excellent care. Both of my grandmothers were cared for with the utmost respect, and I appreciate all that Trilogy does for the seniors. And I'm so excited to have Trilogy in Madison. This facility helps to just highlight that Madison is America's best community, and we are so proud. The economic impact of this facility started 2 years ago, but it won't be fully realized for generations. And we're just so happy and so pleased to have them. And actually, I want to give our certificate of membership. Shelley, will you come up here? Shelley is a chamber ambassador and has been a great help to our organization. And do this while holding the microphone. Here you go. We're very proud to have Trilogy's River Terrace Health Campus as a chamber member, and this one is particularly sentimental to me because it is the first chamber membership certificate with my signature. Thank you to Trilogy. Thank you all for coming today to support this facility. It means so much to the community.
And so we'd invite the dignitaries to get in the middle so we can make sure you get into the ribbon cutting. You know who you are. We're going to go outside because the Lord has blessed us with beautiful ribbon cutting weather today. A lot of times in the winter we are inside. Now, before we do that, we make movements. I have some other instructions. Once that ribbon cutting is going to occur, we have tours that are going to happen on every floor. We have tour guides. Now, because of the size of the crowds, if you are physically able to use these stairs, we would like to reserve the elevators for those that might need assistance in moving up and down between floors. And so all the stairwells will have guides open for that. The food is on floor 3. So I think we will ultimately see food and beverage. Everybody will arrive on floor 3 sooner or later. And trust me, you see my size, we believe in eating and having fun. Okay? So you can get it. Again, I cannot tell you how blessed we are as an organization to have found so many partners. I am more excited than I have ever been about this project. Let's go outside, let's get a ribbon cutting, then let's have a celebration. And thank you for being here.
Are you ready for the real deal? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, this is Debbie Crawford with Kentuckiana News, and we're here at the Trilogy campus in Madison, Indiana. And some people don't realize that this is a full continuum care for seniors. And we have Shelley, who is with the Trilogy. She's agreed today to come and give us a tour of the campus so that we can see what all the things that they offer and how beautiful this is. This is just wonderful, Shelley. How long has it taken y'all to get to this point?
They purchased the building back in 2013, and so almost 3 years. So they've been diligently renovating, and the transformation. I can't wait to take you guys on this tour and see the marvelous campus that we have.
Oh, this is wonderful. Now, some of the services that you all offer here are anywhere from assisted living to independent living.
That is correct. We will be a senior living, a full continuum of care for their health.
Right.
So as that resident comes in and as their needs increase, or the aging process, will be able to follow them through that.
Oh, that's wonderful. So now, I'm ready to go on the tour.
All right, let's go.
So we're going to show you guys. She is going to give us this tour, so come on with us.
Well, Debbie, here we are. This is independent living, and we have 16 apartments on this floor. We have lots of amenities to offer as well. You can see our beautiful common area here. This is a great place for families to just sit and reminisce, also to see their grandchildren as well. We also have places where people can get together and have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. And Debbie, here on this floor we have 16 independent living apartments. There's 1 and 2 bedroom apartments available, and lots of amenities to offer as well. As you can see, this is one of our game rooms. This is actually the regatta game room that we have here. And over here to our left is a nice sitting area where they can watch Kentucky football or basketball. And for you IU fans, we've got that as well. And Debbie, this is the regatta game room. This pool table here was donated by one of our independent living residents that's getting ready to move in with us, and we're very grateful and thankful for that as well. And Debbie, this is a chicory piano that is also being donated by one of our future residents here. We're very grateful and thankful, and can't wait to hear her play this piano and entertain all of us. And Debbie, this is one of our beautiful independent living suites.
This is beautiful. Now, it also comes with a stove and refrigerator, doesn't it?
It does. Everything you see in the kitchen, it is equipped with that, as well as this beautiful island.
Oh, this is beautiful. And I notice there's artwork on the walls everywhere, and some of it is as simple as these fan blades as far as decorations, and all of this artwork comes from where?
A lot of the artwork throughout the campus is from local artists here in Madison.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, we're on the top level, which is independent living.
That's correct.
And I know that on the campus there are stages.
We are the continuum healthcare for seniors, and that allows our residents to age in place.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is just neat. So now we're going to go check out the dining room, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, these are beautiful. Come to the dining room with us.
And Debbie, this is one of our beautiful dining areas that we have here. We have lots of decor, as you can see here, beautiful decor and artwork on the wall as well. This is a great space for families to come and just visit with their loved ones, have a bite to eat, and just be able to socialize and have a great time together.
Well, that was great, Shelley. That was a wonderful tour. But you're going to tell us some more things that people might need to know if they want to contact the Trilogy campus, as far as if they want a parent to stay here or if they're even thinking about coming here. So you're going to tell us some more about that, aren't you?
Yes, we'd love to see you here and give you a private tour at our campus. We're in beautiful historic downtown Madison, 120 Presbyterian Avenue. You can also reach us at 812-265-0080. Thank you.
This is my first visit to this facility since the hospital closed, and I've been overwhelmed at the quality of the work that's been done, the decorations, the floor coverings, the apartments, the assisted living. Everything's just beautiful. And I brought Alan with me from Brazil because he's looking to relocate possibly his grandparents to the United States, and this would be a perfect facility for them as well. I would not hesitate to recommend this to any of my friends or family.
The Voices of Kentuckiana, hosted by Debbie Crawford. Music by Clay Bufferly. Produced by Len King.